This is the ZNS Network, providing radio and high-definition television services for the entire Bahamas. ZNS Network is operated by the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas. It is located at Harcourt Rusty Bethel Drive, Centerville, Nassau. Our programming is designed to inform, educate, and entertain. We invite you to join us.
The following is a preamble of the Constitution of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas.
Whereas 481 years ago, the rediscovery of this family of islands, rocks and keys, heralded the rebirth of the New World. And whereas the people of this family of islands, recognizing that the preservation of their freedom will be guaranteed by a national commitment to self-discipline, industry, loyalty, unity, and an abiding respect for Christian values and the rule of law. Now, know we therefore, we the inheritors of and successors to this family of islands, recognizing the supremacy of God and believing in the fundamental rights and freedoms of the individual, do hereby proclaim in solemn praise the establishment of a free and democratic sovereign nation, founded on spiritual values, and in which no man, woman, or child shall ever be slave or bondsman to anyone, or their labor exploited, or their lives frustrated by deprivation, and do hereby provide by these articles for the indivisible unity and creation under God of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas.
Tuesday, October 5th, 2021, and the morning edition is live. On today's show, senators receiving their instruments of appointment, the Minister of National Security making the rounds, it's World Teachers Day, and the beauty industry impacted by the pandemic. So let's start the morning off right. Welcome to the morning edition. I'm LaDawn Davis. Let's now take you out to our streets where Kelsey Johnson and the morning traffic team is standing by with your Tuesday morning traffic.
Good morning, LaDawn. Good morning, Bahamas. It's a beautiful Tuesday morning, and we're coming to you live on location from Tonic Williams and Milo Butler highways. Now, we're talking pedestrian, those persons who don't want to adhere to the red or the traffic stoplights, but especially when they turn green, they still want to cross the road. So joining me this morning is none other than Corporal Patrick Camp, who's on a mini vacation yesterday, but he came back to us and he's going to explain why all pedestrians should be careful crossing the street. Good morning, Patrick Camp.
Good morning, Ms. Johnson, and good morning, Bahamas. First, let me say it's a pleasure to be in the land of the living this morning, and we should be grateful. I just want to send a caution note to those pedestrians who are on our streets to be careful when you're crossing the streets and adhere to the rules and the regulations. It does apply to you as well. I don't know if you've ever been on a traffic light at an intersection or a junction, and the minute the light changes to green, then those persons want to cross the road. That is certainly a bad time to cross the street. You want to take advantage of crossing the street when the light is at red for your safety. The life that you save can be yours. We've had too many incidents on our street when it concerns vehicle voices that a person.
Now, I know a lot of persons have taken to Facebook in terms of that left turn. A lot of drivers, they want to turn when the light is on red, but the oncoming traffic, their light is on green. Can you caution the public about that?
Kelsey, it is like my voice is the voice that cried in the wilderness when it concerns these people and making a left turn on the red light. The laws have been amended to ease the traffic that we have and to allow persons to continue And a person that's taking advantage of it left, right, and center, and they're doing it in a reckless and dangerous manner. Again, people out there, when you approach and you come to the junction when it concerns a traffic light, please come to a stop, assess your way clear, with your signal on, and make your turn. Too many times I've personally seen persons who want to merge right into traffic as if they have the right of way. If you find yourself in an accident, you can very well find yourself being charged for causing that accident.
All right, thank you so much, Corporal Camp Ladon. There's not too much traffic here at this particular intersection, which connects Milo Butler and Tonic Williams. So if you're going to come out early this morning, you can make your way out safely, and you'll be to work on time. So I'll toss it back to you in the studio, Ladon.
Staying on the outside, streaming tropical moisture combined with multi-level troughing remains across the area, enhancing convective activity over the islands through tonight. The daytime high temperature will reach 90 degrees. Overnight low is 72 degrees. In the extended forecast, sun with a shower or two tomorrow, high 88, low 77. Then on Thursday, breezy with a passing shower, identical temperatures to the day before, high 88, low rather, and 77 high. Preparations underway as legislators count down to a new session of Parliament. Tomorrow, members of the three branches of government will all come together as the Governor General reads a speech from the throne. Chief Clerk of Parliament David Forbes says his team has been busy preparing for weeks.
We started immediately after the House was dissolved. We started starting our initial preparation for the opening of the Parliament. You're dealing with the opening of Parliament. You're talking about parliamentary protocol, which is very different from the protocol of the courts or the protocol of the executive branch, which is controlled by the Department of Protocol. But the parliamentary protocol, there's certain things that have to take place, and the House of Assembly would be the Parliament would be the only institution that really knows that.
12 senators received their instruments of appointment on Monday during a brief ceremony at the office of the Governor General. Lachelle Adderley, Barry Griffin, Terrell Young, Randy Roll, Ronald Duncombe, Quinton Lightbourne, Darren Pickstock, Dr. Eresia Hebburn, Darren Henfield, Reuben Ramming, Maxine Seymour, and Vianna Gardner now make up the upper chamber.
I think a lot of young Bahamians, for the most part, feel disenfranchised, and I think myself serving in the Senate would be able to bridge that gap, to put incentives and put policies in place to bridge that gap so that we can move forward as a country.
We need to find a way to connect our voters back to our election cycle and the system, because we found out during this last election that a lot of the voters and the citizens of the Bahamas is really disconnected and disgruntled with the whole voting system, with governance in particular in the Bahamas. So we're looking at ways that we could first of all change that.
Reviewing legislation and debating legislation so that we serve the best interests of the people of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. So I'm truly honored.
I see this as a defining moment where we can all make a significant difference with respect to nation building.
We will not oppose just for being opposition, but when we oppose, we will do so with observations that can help the government. We all want the government to do well. If this government does well, Bahamians do.
The Davis administration to account, not only for their social contract they made with the Bahamian people, but also tenets of good governance, responsible governance, to ensure that they do in fact account to the Bahamian people.
Minister of National Security, the Honorable Wayne Monroe, making the rounds on Monday. His first stop was at the police headquarters on East Hill Street.
I thought it was useful to come and take the tour because I've been briefed about conditions. I've been briefed about asset acquisitions that are suggested would improve the ability of the Royal Bahamas Police Force to do its job. And so in the real-time crime centers, as we would have all seen, we have to make a case for the improvement of software to include artificial intelligence that improves the ability of the police to manage. And a presentation was made to me on that. And so seeing it in action was useful. A presentation was made to me of outsourcing the forensic services to have one unified forensic facility, including pathology. And so it was useful to see that.
After visiting police headquarters, the National Security Minister toured the Royal Bahamas Defense Force Coral Harbor Base with the hope of getting a better understanding of the needs of that agency.
I've been briefed on some work about the construction of, I think it's a new medium security facility. I've been quite open to say that I was a member of the Parole and Reentry Committee that reported in 2017, whose report was put on a shelf and not worked on. The report spoke to one of the main objectives being to reduce the volume of imprisonment that the Bahamas undertakes. We imprison people, I think, at 10 times the rate of all of our neighbors, and that would affect the need for prison facilities.
Defense Force Commodore Dr. Raymond King says the repatriation of hundreds of illegal Haitian nationals discovered at sea in recent days is continuing. More than 900 Haitian nationals have been discovered in Bahamian waters in the last few weeks in a mass exodus from Haiti. The Bahamas began repatriation efforts from Anagua on Friday, with 516 illegal immigrants returning home.
We maintain our presence as we speak. We have an aircraft that will be deployed to work along with the Bat Hilo and the United States Coast Guard. And we have use of regional relationships in terms of intelligence that we receive from the Cuban Border Patrol, from the Turks and Caicos, as well as the United States Bat operations. We have our intelligence sources. We are monitoring the movement, and we have our vessels strategically positioned. We maintain a laid strategic approach in addition to the blockade, and that is off the southern Bahamas. We also maintain a blockade here in the central Bahamas. In the event of the southern borders breached, it'll be extremely difficult for any vessel to reach New Providence.
This Wednesday, October 6th at 9 a.m., tune into the ZNS Network for live coverage of the opening of Parliament. Find out about the government's policies, objectives, and its legislative agenda for the new session. This year's event will be held at the Bahama Convention Center on Cable Beach. That's the opening of Parliament, Wednesday, October 6th. Live coverage begins at 9 a.m. right here on the ZNS Network.
World Teachers Day, the annual observance which takes place on October 5th, was established in 1994 and is a perfect opportunity to thank teachers for their hard work and to also reflect on the difficult and challenging work they do. Minister of Education, Technical and Vocational Training, the Honorable Gladys Hannah Martin, says she is pleased to be a part of this celebration.
Our teachers are amongst our true nation builders. Their skill, their energy, their love and sacrifice have shaped lives, stimulated the development of human potential, and have helped to forge the future of a people. It is absolutely necessary, therefore, that we as a nation understand and appreciate the important role of our teachers and the role they play in the qualitative and positive progress of our national development. This year's celebration comes at a very challenging time, both in our country and worldwide. The 2021 UNESCO theme for World Teachers Day, Teachers at the Heart of Education Recovery, captures completely our experience.
The Bahamas Pavilion Expo, which is currently going on in Dubai, has caught the world by storm. The rich cultural showcase opened on October 1st, giving visitors and investors a taste of the Bahamas. Kelsey Johnson reports.
The popular saying Bahamas to the world best describes the rich cultural and investment explosion that's on display at the Expo 2020 in Dubai, United Emirates. The world's largest fair, which opened 4 days ago, shows our country's strength through sustainability and mobility to the more than 190 participating countries and visitors. Bahamian Ambassador and Commissioner for the Expo, Tuni Judai, explains the importance of highlighting the country's ability to sustain itself and how quickly the Bahamas is able to mobilize when disaster strikes.
how we sustain our livelihood back in a country where had been hit as always practically by hurricanes and destruction and all of that stuff. So how it affects our tourism, our income, and our livelihood. So we've chosen the sustainability to prove the resilience of the Bahamian people when it comes to disasters and lack of sustainability of other things.
The expo is just 45 minutes from the cities of Dubai and Abu Dhabi. It is twice the size of Paradise Island. The Bahamas is housed in a 75-square-foot, two-story building. On the ground floor, various arts and crafts and products authentically made in the Bahamas for the world to see and buy.
We call it the exhibition level. We also tell the story of our country and how, not just the resilience, how we survived over the years and were able to maintain our integrity and our livelihood for the future generations, because we are giving a lesson to our youth who's gonna benefit at the end of the day and who's gonna lead the country in the directions that is needed to be directed. She is an expert, and she will tell the story as people go into tunnels, and these tunnels will have what we call all the videos and all the photos and all the scenes people could watch and listen what's happening about Atlantis, about other islands, Cat Island, Long Island, and all the other islands, Nassau, of course, and Andros.
The Bahamas Pavilion now open in Dubai for the world to see.
When COVID reared its ugly head in 2020, many Bahamians found themselves on the unemployment line and struggling to meet their financial obligations. One of them is supervisor turned cosmetologist and owner of Impressive Styles, Chelsea Babb. Babb, who now caters to the beauty needs of women through hair and nails, lost her steady income working at a local food store in March last year. She stopped by our ZNS studios yesterday to talk about business in this pandemic.
It's been rough because, you know, you really start your business during a pandemic. So some days and some weeks and some months, you have your slow seasons and you have seasons where you actually make a lot of money, like around the end of November and Christmas time. It's still a little bit slow, but it's starting to pick up now. Seeing that things actually starting to come to normalcy and things like that.
How many persons do you have per day?
Per day, I'll have like either 1 or 2 customers sometimes. Because some weeks you'll have customers and some weeks you don't.
Now, when asked what products currently in stock that keeps her customers coming back, Chelsea had this to say.
It's been rough because, you know, you really start your business during a pandemic. So some days and some weeks and some months, you have your slow seasons and you have seasons where you actually make a lot of money, like around the end of November and Christmas time. It's still a little bit slow, but it's starting to pick up now. Seeing that things actually starting to come to normalcy and things like that.
How many persons do you have per day? As we head to the break, we take a look back at today in Bahamian history. On October 5th, 1995, the Bahamas government offered 30% more shares in the Bank of the Bahamas to the Bahamian public. Also on October 5th, 1999, 4 people drowned when their vehicle plunged off Pardusky Dock in Nassau Harbor.
Everything is changing, and your favorite hardware and home improvement store is getting with the program. We Buy You Sell is rolling out its new online shopping feature. If you go to our website, wbusbahamas.com, it's a quick and easy 3-step process. Step 1, browse the gallery and select your item. Step 2, add to cart. And Step 3, check out. Go to our website, wbusbahamas.com, to shop with us today.
Hey, have you heard? ZNS is everywhere you are when you download the new ZNS app. Whether you're on the move or just kicking back. Miss something on the news? It's there. Want to keep up with a live update? It's there. Or just want to listen to your favorite station? It's there too. Download the app now from the App Store and Google Play Store.
has qualified for the COTEC Under-12 Team Tennis Finals over in Mexico this November. The team captured one of the top spots at a qualifying event last week in the Dominican Republic. This morning, we're joined via Zoom by the terrific trio, Brianna, Kayla, and Tatiana, along with their coach, Marion. Ladies, welcome to the morning edition.
Morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, so first of all, just speak to us a little bit about your experience in this competition.
This experience was just something I'd never thought I'd be able to do. I didn't even know that this was happening a couple of years ago. And being able to do this experience has been something really amazing for me. And I've learned a lot from it.
And what does it actually mean to qualify for the finals for you?
What does it actually mean for me to qualify? Well, for me, it means that I know that I can accomplish amazing things now, and that I can believe in myself, and that I'm going to keep working hard to do better for those finals.
And what do you, I guess, still need to do to improve between now and next month because of the level of the competition?
Good morning. This is Coach Bain. For us to go for the finals, the kids will have to play more matches, more tournaments to get them tournament tough, as this is the finals, and we'll be up against tougher competitions than what we had in pre-qualifying. So it's just to prepare them mentally, make sure they get enough rest, they're eating right. Less screen time. I know they have a lot of screen time because of school. Some kids are homeschooled, and get enough rest.
And how hard has it been, can you say, in competing in this COVID environment?
It has been tough because competition has not been the same. We have not competed since, I think, national for some people. Kayla and Tatiana might have played a match or so, a tournament or so leading up to this. Brianna had no previous match play or tournament play. So it has been a tough time for us adjusting. So going into the finals, we're hoping that we'll be able, there's a tournament in Freeport this October. They haven't gotten the approval as yet for the tournament. So keeping our fingers crossed, that would be one tournament that we'll be able to play and see if we could go away and play another tournament before we leave for Mexico.
Now, Tatiana and Kayla, you guys are still over there in the background. Talk to me a little bit about your experience in this competition so far.
Well, the trip was a great experience. I am thankful I was able to be there, and I'm thankful for my team who also came on the journey with me. It was my first time going to the DR, so it was a completely different experience, and I'm just glad I was able to be there.
And Kayla? Brianna? Brianna, talk to me about your experience in the competition so far.
My experience was amazing because it was my first time traveling to Dominican Republic and being in the Caribbean. And the reason that it was so amazing was because I never thought I could play like that, and it made me feel extremely proud of myself for making it this far.
Ladies, thank you guys so much for joining us here on the Morning Edition, and all the best to you in your competition. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Stay close. We've got more right after this. You're watching the Morning Edition.
Do you know that adherence is more than taking medications? It calls to you to stick to the medical regimen as prescribed by your healthcare provider. Please keep your lab appointments, as these determine the effects medications are having on your body. Follow-up doctor's appointments are necessary, as this is the time when the doctor performs a physical examination and discusses any test results and any concerns or issues you may have with your course of treatment. Sticking to prescribed diet and exercise regimens can improve medication effectiveness and contributes to overall health and well-being. Make a commitment today to be adherent to your medication regimen and practice healthy living.
This message has been brought to you by the Bahamas AIDS Foundation with funding provided by PEPFAR, USAID Local Capacity Initiative Small Grant.
What I love most about working for the Bahamas tonight is that we don't only focus on New Providence. We cover the entire Bahamas. We have a team here in the northern Bahamas that is ready to bring you the stories, the people, and the news that matter to you. From point A to Z, from covering hurricanes to elections and everything in between.
Yo, from accounts.
Appreciate it.
Bro, what happened? I thought y'all vaccinated people supposed to be invincible.
No, bro. Fully vaccinated people still could catch COVID-19.
Wow. See? That's why. Don't make no sense taking it. Don't get it.
Okay, let's look at it like this. You could wear a seatbelt and still get in an accident, right?
All right.
You could exercise, drink smoothies, eat healthy, and still get sick.
What's the point?
Nothing is 100%. Plus, the majority of the breakthrough cases in those fully vaccinated were either asymptomatic or had mild symptoms.
Pull up the website and let me make my appointment.
Your base to
Labor's Lost, the William Shakespeare play, made its debut this past weekend at the National Art Gallery's Fiona Theatre. This morning, we're joined by the director, Dr. Robert Hubbard, and Dr. Nicolette Bethel. Lady, gent, welcome to the morning edition.
Morning, thank you very much.
Good morning. So tell us a little bit about the characters of the play and how it all started and how, I guess, the event went over the weekend.
Well, the characters in the play are a wacky assortment of crazy people. I think you'll really enjoy the humor, the physicality, the extreme nature of each of the character. It's a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm. And Dr. Bethel, talk to us a little bit more about the play. How did it all come about?
Well, it's Shakespeare in Paradise, and we haven't been able to perform for this is the first time we're performing in 2 years because of the pandemic. And yeah, Dr. Hubbard's in town, and he's our guest director, and he's directed Love's Labour's Lost before, and it is a nutty, nutty comedy for lovers, people who, men who fall in love with women against their will, and the hijinks that ensue.
Have there been any challenges, I guess, for persons of the arts to have events like this in the COVID environment?
Yeah, it was prohibited for... 16 months. So yeah, very much so. It's been difficult coming back because even with return, everybody who's on stage has to be vaccinated. Not all of our actors are vaccinated. So we had some challenges just casting our plays. So Shakespeare in Paradise wanted to do 4 productions this year. We were not going to do them all in live performance, but we wanted to at least film some. And we weren't able to mount 2 of them. They're musicals, and performing and singing is still challenging. So we've got Short Tales coming up, which is going to be live to camera, and so people should keep an eye out for that. But Love's Labour's Lost is live in person, outdoors, in a most beautiful space.
Dr. Hubbard, you're excited to be here in the Bahamas. What's your expectation for the event?
Yes, no, it's been just a joy. I'm a college professor, a Shakespeare specialist, and I have spending my sabbatical here from teaching in the United States. And this has just been a golden opportunity. The facilities are beautiful. The actors are wonderful. We've just had a fantastic time.
And Dr. Bethel, what can, I guess, viewers expect at the play this weekend?
The people who've been last weekend, they just had a great time. We have to trust that the weather's going to be good. If it is, it's a beautiful evening. We start early, 6 p.m., so that we can catch the sun going down. They'll come, they'll watch the show, they'll have a great time, and then they can go out and have a little bit more evening if they want.
Where is it going to be, and where can they purchase tickets?
Okay, it is at the National Art Gallery of the Bahamas, which has its own outdoor amphitheater, which is amazing. If you haven't been there, you should definitely go. Tickets are only available online at Eventbrite. You can reserve your tickets on Eventbrite and pay at the door.
All right, all the best to you guys. Thank you so much for joining us here on the Morning Edition, and all the best to you on the weekend. Thank you. And be sure to stay tuned into the ZNS Network for news as it happens, TV and radio updates throughout the day. Then you can tune into the Northern Edition at 6:30 and the Bahamas tonight at 7. And that's a wrap for us this morning. For the entire team, I'm LaDawn Davis. Have a great morning, everybody.
I want me some Bravos. I can buy the Bravos. I want me some Bravos. I can buy the Bravos. All I want is that sweet juicy Brav in my mouth. Let me tell you how I was feeling. Let me show you what's going on. Let's go down the bush. I woke up yesterday and I was so hungry. I had money in my pocket but confused but what to eat. For $5 on the goodies, they look, boy, go buy us some Chinese. I say Chinese ain't gonna do the trick. There's something else I need. Before you knew it.
Nature-based tourism supplies almost $50 million in revenue for Androsians every year. These priceless resources will continue to provide renewable benefits for thousands of people for years to come, as long as we take long-term action to preserve what's rightfully ours. The natural environment has played a vital role in our culture and economy for generations. Let's take care of nature, and nature will take care of us.
Playing in the water can be loads of fun, but it can also be quite dangerous if all caution is thrown to the wind. Being alert and keeping an eye on young children and adolescents should always be priority. Here's how you can do it. Unfortunately, a lifeguard won't be at every beach and pool, so picking out someone to be the designated pool or beach watcher, especially when kids are around, is extremely important to lower risk of accidents in and around the water.
Whether it be in the sea or in the pool, you're going to make sure that everybody knows who the designated watcher is. And when you change over, if you're having an event that's lasting more than an hour or two, at least you can rotate out every 15 minutes and have 3 or 4 watchers set up. For an adult, any children at the age of 7, if they can swim, should still never be more than arm's reach apart. And when you have kids going through the Learn to Swim programs, we want to stay safe within them.
Crystal Darling, ZNS Digital Media.
You're watching the ZNS Network, the People's Station.